everyone. Mark and Joey back here with our regular Wednesday golf show, getting ready for one of the biggest tournaments of the year. A lot of people say the biggest, but also the Masters, of course, is argued that way. But here we are, great day here in Ontario. Get some golf in. Joey's going to do, and we're going to talk golf. And this particular show is about a news story that has come up, and boy, you gotta love and hate Koepka. It's just unbelievable. You also gotta love golf. Because they're all free agents, there's no team that tells you can't say what you want. There's no league coming to hammer you with suspensions. If he was talking the way he's talking in football, baseball, hockey, or basketball, he'd be level with a fine. Probably have a couple $100,000 for the remarks he's making. But the man knows how to speak his mind.
Yeah, so, I mean, he's really hit his stride, he said, in his personality, which is, I guess, just being...
negative. That's not helping your sport a lot.
Yeah, he's been kind of rude, to be honest, to a lot of the stuff going on this week. He did a press conference. I read about it. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but he kind of called out Fox. He called out his other competitors. He called out Golf Channel, and every sport kind of needs a love-hate type of guy, and I think he's trying to become that. I think you got the lovables in Rory, Ricky, Spieth, Tiger.
Yeah.
And you kind of need that villain. I think it's going to be Brooks for a little while here. He's very... I think he just tries to find reasons to motivate himself. I think he doesn't have the natural motivation. He has to almost piss people off so they come back at him so he can use his motivation. I don't know, but what did he do? Well, he apparently is in 3 of the 4 promos, but the one promo on TV for the U.S. Open that Fox is running, apparently their main one, does not have Brooks Koepka in it, and he's won the U.S. Open back-to-back years. And he kind of called him out saying, well, I guess I don't know much about golf. He goes, I heard about it, blah, blah, they should change that. I guess I just need to win 3 in a row.
Yeah.
And blah, 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 kind of joking about it. And first of all, it is a little weird not to add him.
No kidding.
But he's actually not that famous as far as personalities go. So he thinks he's being funny and this and that. But the reason why they don't put him in is most guys don't think of him every week. Right. They don't cheer for him every week. Even if the fans of Bethpage Back were cheering for DJ to win. So... that's why they don't put him in promos, dude. They put the guys, people like in promos. They put Ricky in promos. They put Jordan in promos. DJ, Tiger, Phil, people of Rory, people that the fans want to watch and see and like. They don't like you, so they don't want to put you in a promo because no one's going, oh, I'm going to watch because of Brooks. No, unfortunately, I still forget that you have 4 majors. Yeah. And I watch golf every week. So that's why they do it. But anyways, he called him out on it. It was kind of funny, but... you want to know why? That's why, man. No one cares about you, no matter how much you win, because you're such an ass.
At the event.
Yeah, and you're so quiet. Rory has learned that. He used to be a little bit like that, and now he's all out there, personally happy, funny, embracing crowds.
Yeah.
And he's the guy now because of his personality. He's kind of like a Phil now. So, yeah, that's why you're not a promo, bro. That's why.
I got to tell you, you got to love a guy with the balls to call out your fellow players.
Okay, so this one's good.
This one was really good. And I do kind of almost agree with him, but he's talking about they're all whining about the setup. And this has been a traditional U.S. Open thing to do is whine about the setup. And I love it. He says, well, just hit it in the fairway on the green. Yeah. It doesn't matter what they do to the sides.
Yeah.
And if you're not good enough for that, you don't deserve to win. Yeah. I'm thinking, wow, that's fantastic to say. But now you got to go in the locker room. And, I think he has the mental toughness. But remember Patrick Reed doing this, and he's disappeared. Absolute virtually disappeared.
I feel like Brooks has a little bit more pedigree with 4 majors.
Yeah.
And he has won the last 2 U.S. Opens, so he can say the core step doesn't matter because you just play it. And
but you usually don't call out your buddies. Maybe he doesn't have any friends. That's probably what it is.
His only friend seems to be DJ, to be honest with you. Yeah. And I think DJ just doesn't care. DJ doesn't complain either because he doesn't care either.
He's
just relaxed about life. So I don't really think DJ has any really opinions. So his best friend is Brooks, and Brooks' best friend is DJ because he knows DJ won't get mad at him. But it would be tough because a few of the players were Rory, Spieth, someone else, I forget. But anyways, Rory's been a big proponent of it, and he's now coming. Rory's kind of coming from the side though too of the fan side.
Right.
He said that as if part of it is the fan side of it that we don't really want to watch him struggle. I mean, I kind of do because I play golf, so it's nice to see him struggle a little bit because you feel a little bit better yourself.
At least, yeah.
But I do agree. A lot of fans like to see him shoot under par and have a chance that if someone's 8 back, they can shoot a 64 and catch the leader. You don't get that typically in U.S. Opens. You need the guy to do what Brooks almost had the Bethpage Back, which is shoot like 8 over.
Yeah.
So yeah, like
I have to agree with you. I mean, Rory went 64, 61 on the weekend.
Yeah.
That's all people are talking about. That's
Right.
all they're talking about. They don't want to see +4, +2, whatever it might be. Now, the U.S. Open has a tradition of being the anti-fan tournament. It's about the best players, right?
Right.
That's been their history.
Yeah.
They don't care about the fans. They don't run a ton of tournaments. They are worried about the U.S. Open, and it is an anti-tournament. It is about being the toughest. It is about proving that golfers are human. It is not about the fans watching the tournament, which all fans love to see excellence with these guys. We don't want to see guys shooting like we might shoot on a weekend.
Well, because I feel like it's hard to understand excellence. Like, guy shoots 1 under at Pebble Beach, maybe if they're making it as tough as that they probably
solid,
wanted to. That might be as good as Rory's 61, but we don't know it at home. So I agree. They've made him a little too tough. They've made him a little ridiculous, and they're just trying to bring that closer together.
Well, if you get a chance to go on YouTube, look up Patrick Cantlay. Right after winning Jack's event, he went to the U.S. Open at the Pebble Beach, and right off the green, I mean, literally a couple feet, he tossed his ball a couple times and disappeared completely.
No
and
way.
he couldn't get it out of the rough right beside the green.
No way.
So it was a whole video talking and complaining about the rough. So anyway, you get a chance to watch that. It's kind of funny. It's kind of like, wow, I'd be so intimidated to go play today. But you know what? That's why they get paid the millions of dollars. They need to be better than the golf course. That's their job.
Oh, yeah, and I agree with you, but I'm just saying, like, I don't like, and I agree that like players just can't complain. Go play the course, and that's what Brooks is going to do. That's what DJ is going to do. But what I like, kind of what Rory was saying, was it's not just always about me. It's actually about he's now connecting with fans through his app and through his podcast. I think he's trying to draw from our side. Tiger, same thing. A lot of these guys that have complained. Now, Tiger, I don't think has complained or said much about it, to be honest with you. I haven't seen his press conference yet for this week. It might be today. But that's what I like. If you're coming from a point of view that is, I've looked at viewership, I've listened to fans, they're not liking this, then I'm okay with that. If it's simply your opinion, I do agree. Just go and hit in the fairway, hit on the green, and play the golf course.
Well, I remember.
But I do believe it hinders fans. I do know the worst thing in golf is runaways. You only get runaways on very difficult golf courses.
One guy will master it.
Because one guy could master it, and there's no catching him up. But you never get a runaway when guys can shoot 6, 7 under because they can catch up. So that's the thing. Bethpage Black was one of the lowest watched things ever because Brooks was able to run away. And then Brooks is boring. Yeah. So not only is it a runaway, it's not your favorites like Rory, Spieth, or Fowler, or Tiger. It's someone no one likes anyway. So that's why I agree. You make it a little bit easier so guys can come back. Because runaways actually have been quite big on the PGA Tour this year. Despite the year before where they had like a record amount of playoffs, this year it has been quite a bit of runaways. It's been pretty boring.
Yeah, it has, and they need to make sure that the Sunday is always relevant. I mean, that's really, you know, like Rory going out and shoot 61 on Sunday. People want to see that that's possible.
Well, especially because the next best score was like 2 under. Yeah, and he got 61.
Yeah, like people are amazed by that kind of stuff. We need to see that. We need to see a good leaderboard. We need to see it close in my mind. But that's the U.S. Open. And the guys that have been around a long time, they whine and bitch and complain, but they all say that's the U.S. Open. So either don't play it or go play it. And I do like Brooks's attitude around it. It's like, kind of shut up about the course. Like, hit it in the fairway, hit it on the green. You're going to play well. If you can't do that, you don't deserve to win anyway. So that's his whole, you know. So,
but it's coming off a little.
It's going to be fun into the back, and he was that guy before that. So enjoy the tournament. We're going to be back every day since it's the U.S. Open.